as biconnected components. And before we actually show you the biconnected component example, let's first understand what is known as articulation point, because all these definitions are going to be used in the explanation of biconnected components. So let us assume that a connected undirected graph. This is again an assumption and it is mandatory. OK, so now what is articulation point? Articulation point or cut vertex is defined as a vertex V. So we can get many articulation points. So let us call it as some V in G such that supposing if I delete this vertex V and also the associated edges, because it will have the adjacent edges, and it should produce a graph, okay, from G to G dash such that it has at least two connected components. So this is, it has at least two, or in the actual the textbook you will see that of course you will see that it is two connected components, or some people, some authors write as more than two or more. That is, it's not only two, at least two. That means not one. It should not left out with one. I'll explain that with the example. So we have to have two or more connected components. So I select a vertex and I delete that plus the associated edges. Now the remaining graph which I get called G dash should have two or more connected components. It should leave me with two or more connected. Supposing if it doesn't, if I select a vertex and if it doesn't, then it is not an articulation point. Now we have to find all these articulation points in order to get the biconnected components. So let us find out these articulation points using this as my input graph. So let us say take first one, shaded yellow shaded vertices are called as articulation points, but how? So we will take this one first. Now I take this vertex and I call it as V and delete all the associated edges. So I delete this, I delete this, I delete this also. Now after deleting this vertex plus the associated edges, I am left with this vertex 1, right? I am left with 2, 4, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 6. So this is one connected component and this another connected component. So I am getting 2. So it's fine, right? So this is an articulation point. OK, now let's take 3. Now if I take 3, I delete this plus this, this and this. So how many connected components I get? 0, 1, 2, 4. So this is one connected component. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is another connected component. So I'm getting 2. So this is also a valid articulation point. Now let's go to, I think, 7. 5 is also same. So I'll go to 7. This is deleted. 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 Now what I'm getting here as 8 is one connected component, 9 is another connected component, and 5, 6, 3, 4, 2, 1, 0 is another. So I'm getting 3 connected component. So still 7 is a articulation point, right? Now let's take a non-articulation point and see whether I am getting my definition valid or not. So I'll take 2. So I delete 2 associated edges. This is to prove that this is not an articulation point. So associated edges also have been deleted. And now how many connected components I have? So 0, 1, 3, 4, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 6. So there is only one graph now, that is connected component. It is not 2. Hence, it is not an articulation point. Okay, so that is what we talk about the meaning of articulation point. That means whenever I have any vertex being selected in the given graph which is connected and undirected, I mean delete the vertex plus the edges. Obviously, I should be left out with two or more connected components, right? So that is. This is another example. Again, you can see here that this is an articulation point because you can easily see that if I delete this, I'm getting this one connected component and the rest all another one. So you can verify easily that we have three articulation points here, A, B and G. Now coming to what is known as biconnected graph. Then we go for biconnected components. A biconnected graph is a connected graph that has no articulation point. So I should not have articulation point. What does it mean? It means that whatever be the vertex I select in the given graph, it should not give me two or more connected components. It should always give me one connected component. So what is the advantage of this? So before that, we will just see one such graph. So this is a very simple example of a biconnected graph. Why? Because if you take 0, I delete this, this and this. So still I'm getting this only one connected graph. Now, if you take 2, you delete this, still this is, only 1. So even if you take any vertex here, 1 and 3, even if you take the same thing is true, that means I'm not getting more than one connected component, which means that this graph doesn't have any articulation point. So on the other hand, G2 is not a biconnected graph because we have already seen this example in the previous slides that we have 4 connected articulation points, that is 1, 3, 5 and 7. So this is not a biconnected graph. So a biconnected graph is one which does not have any articulation point. So what is the advantage of studying this, or what is the application? Why? Because if I establish a graph with no articulation point, which means a biconnected graph, then even if some node fails, let's take this fails, but still I'll not get disconnected totally. Still I have only one connected component, no problem. But here it's not like that. Even if this node fails, for instance, articulation point node, let's say this fails, I'll get 2. So this group is separated, this group is separated. So that is very dangerous. So if we can, because we cannot establish any communication between this vertices, group of vertices to this group of vertices. So that is the problem. So if we have a biconnected graph, it always gives an advantage of that you can somehow communicate from one vertex to the other, even if any node in this biconnected graph fails. So this is this does not have any articulation point. Now coming to biconnected components. So we have seen articulation point where that is a vertex and associated edges when they are deleted, we should have 2 or more connected components. Next point is biconnected graph. So no articulation point. Now coming to biconnected component now. Articulation points are undesirable. So I've already answered this question. The biconnected component of a connected undirected graph is a maximal biconnected subgraph H of G. This is very important, all these words. It should provide me maximal number of biconnected subgraphs. Okay. So a biconnected component of a connected undirected graph is a maximal biconnected subgraph. So whatever from a biconnected, from a graph, whatever the subgraphs I get, each one is a biconnected subgraph, but that is a biconnected component. So we have to explain this carefully because all the concepts will come into picture: articulation point, biconnected graph, and then biconnected subgraph, and then biconnected component. Okay, so don't get confused. No problem. We can just explain that very easily. Now this is the graph and we are supposed to find the biconnected component. So each biconnected component, because remember, biconnected graph is a subgraph, right? Where we have the connectivity. That means it's a fully connected graph. And that particular subgraph, which should be biconnected, which means it should not have any articulation points. For example, if I take this subgraph or a biconnected component of this, you can see here that no articulation point for this. So if you remove one edges, you get only one. 3, you get only one. 2, you get. So this is purely a biconnected graph, which means it's a biconnected subgraph. Right. Similarly, from this, if I take 3 and 5 as one subgraph, it is also a biconnected subgraph, and etc. Now I'll just give you a counter example. So how do I say that? Let us take another subgraph. Okay. Probably this portion. Okay. This is, I'm not calling it as a biconnected, I mean, not shown here as a biconnected component. Why? So that need to be answered. Right? Okay. So if I select this vertex as my V, I delete this. Associated edges also I delete. Now how many how many components I get? Connected components actually. How many connected components? 2. That is 0. This is 1. 2, 3, 4. So this is one connected component. This is another connected component, which means that this is not a biconnected component because of the fact that I have an articulation point, which actually leaves me as 2 subgraphs, So this whole thing cannot be called as a biconnected subgraph because biconnected component, it is not a biconnected component because it is not giving me as a biconnected subgraph because it actually has an articulation point. Because whenever you have an articulation point, it cannot be called as a biconnected at all. So because we already defined that biconnected means, a biconnected graph or a subgraph is actually a connected graph which does not have any articulation point. But this one actually, it has an articulation point and hence it cannot be called as a biconnected subgraph at all. Then where is the question of biconnected component? So it will not come into the picture of biconnected component. So any subgraph which we are trying to call it as a biconnected component, it should not come under the category of this articulation points, and in which case it should not be a biconnected subgraph. So this is not a biconnected subgraph because it does not. It is a biconnected one because it does not have any articulation point. So any such subgraph which you are able to select, Similar example can be given this side, where you can easily see 7 has got articulation point, 5 is also an articulation point, and hence this cannot be called as a subgraph, which leads to the biconnected component. So a biconnected component like this of a connected undirected graph is maximal biconnected subgraph. So the subgraph what you get should also be biconnected. So when I say it's biconnected, it should not have articulation points. If you can find one such subgraph, then I can call it as a biconnected component. There is no problem. So all such cases can be considered, but it should be maximal. So you should have maximal number of vertices, not minimal number. Okay. How to find this? We can apply, how to find the biconnected component? You can use DFS on the given graph. So for instance, for this given graph, assume that the starting vertex is 0. Starting vertex is 3, not 0. We can do that also, but anyway, we will just, because the figure is shown with 3 as the starting vertex. So I just follow the figure. So DFS 3, you can see here the starting vertex is 3, and the numbers in the red color shows that this is the depth first number, means DFN, means that the order in which the depth first is carried out. Okay, so we start with 0, that is the third vertex first. Then you go to, so this is 0, you go to 4 adjacent, then this is visited, then you go to 2, so this is visited. Next go to 1, this is visited. Then go to this is also visited. Then you come back. So you have you have to come back here, come back here, come back here. And now the next vertex to be explored adjacent is 5. So this is 5. This is visited. Then go to 6. This is visited, then go to 7, this is visited, then go to 8, this is visited, come back here again 9, this is visited. So these numbers are nothing but the order by which the DFS actually traversed through this graph, and the last vertex visited is 9. And using this, we can actually get the biconnected component. That's a tedious process, exploration of this, but the fundamental concept is that DFS is the main algorithm by which we can get the biconnected components. So thanks for watching. Thank you.